Today I thought it would be fun just to do something a little different, take a little bit of a break from the day to day of the shop and the archive, and show all of you pieces in my vintage lingerie collection. Now, on my TikTok account and sometimes on Instagram, and there have been some posts on the actual digital archive, I have shared a lot of these pieces. I know on TikTok I did a multi part video series when I went through and started organizing all of these pieces. But now I thought, well, why not just update this on the YouTube channel? I did, oh gosh, it was years ago. I think it was during the pandemic shutdown that I did a video on my vintage lingerie collection. I think that's one of the top videos I have ever done. And I thought that several years later, it's time to take a look at some of the newest additions since then and some of my favorites.
In this collection is an interesting set by Miriam Gates. Now, these look very unusual. They're two round pads with elastic, and I'll show you the ad. But these were patented in 1950, and it was supposed to look like you weren't even wearing a bra. Now, the reason why these are so rare is because they didn't really catch on. We have, the strapless bras now. These two circles were very unusual. And if you head over to the archive page, I'll put the link below. You can learn more about this and see the actual patent. But they're really interesting looking, and some vintage lingerie companies are actually reproducing styles like these. But the fact that I found two of them is amazing unto itself. These two tie in to a previous post I did on the archive and one that I'm really excited about. And as you're about to see, my cat Norman Bates is pretty excited about it too. Posts on the archive, I had a Lily Daché bowler hat. These are two pieces of Lily Daché lingerie, and I can't believe I got two identical ones. They each have different conditional issues, but I'm excited to have the hat and some of her lingerie line. A little bit of history about her. She started off as a milliner in 1924. She employed Halston to make a lot of hats. She mainly did hats, but she employed Halston, retired in 1958, and licensed out her name to designers, which is what I believe these are. I believe these are from the very early 60s. Actress Loretta Young was one of her last customers who bought 30 hats, the last hats in her shop. Thought that was a pretty cool little tidbit. Daisy embroidery on this just kills me. One of my favorite details. This next set is a set from the 1970s, and it's when I collected a lot of strings and pasties, vintage ones, thank you. And these are from the popular brand Fredericks of Hollywood that still exists today. Now, just to show the range of lingerie that they carried, I'm going to show a piece from one of the catalogs in our collection. We have two Fredericks of Hollywood catalogs, very ornate, cool, highly collectible and desirable, especially if you can get them from the 50s and 60s. But I love this set. You can tell it had been used. You see the adhesive, at least the pasties were, the G-string wasn't. But I just love the brocade and the lurex, and the color is unusual for what it is. And I need to probably do another exhibit of some pasties or G-strings. What do you think? This next one is one to be admired. This is an early 1950s bustier by Hollywood Maxwell, and this is one of the Whirlpool bustiers because of the circle stitching on the inside. I'll put in here a couple of their original ads. Now, this was a foundation garment that was established in 1929 by Joseph R. Bowen in Los Angeles, but it dissolved with a merger with Vassar, which is a division of Musingwear in 1958, and this is all per the Duke archives. Now, what you can't see is the material behind this lace is a very soft pink, so it has this beautiful depth to it. But I love how all of the lace looks like spider webs, circle stitching, how intricate. The elastic is dissolving a bit, but it doesn't take away from how gorgeous this piece is. It's one of my favorites. So let's just admire the beauty. I wanted to end this with one of my favorite vintage inspired lingerie lines, and that is from the Bettie Page line by Playful Promises. I have a big collection of these circle stitch overwire bras and boosties. This one is kind of a showgirl pinup print. I absolutely love these. I haven't worn this one yet. I've got a blue rhinestone one. Norman really loves it too. But I love these because, I don't know, they just feel good quality and they're the closest that I can find to the actual vintage lingerie I love. And again, it has Norman's sign of approval. But thank you so much again for watching. And if you like this, let me know in the comments and I can film a part 2. See you next week.